Alright, so this is the Tearout Dubstep with Serum 2, and this is how it sounds like. Alright guys, so yeah, this is the Tearout Dubstep that I created today with the newest version of a Serum that dropped yesterday. And yes, you heard it right, we got Serum 2, this amazing synthesizer, amazing plugin, VST, everything in together right now available at the Xfer Records. For those who already had the Serum, they can use this as a free update, and I must say I love this synth. And let's break it down a little bit, like what's new for those who did not get hands on the update. So just briefly, you can see that you have oscillator A, oscillator B, oscillator C. So you have 3 oscillators, and also you have a sub bass, which is pretty interesting. But in the sub bass, like the sub bass was in the previous Serum as well, but in this sub bass you can actually automate the chorus pitch, which is in a previous version of Serum was not available. So this is amazing. So now you can kind of automate everything by the things you want. The biggest thing that I notice is that you now don't have only wavetables, but you have multi-sample samples, granulars and spectrals. And today in this Tearout Dubstep Idea, we are going to get through the spectral thing, because I really enjoyed like putting some samples and combining it with the sine waves and with the wavetables. And that's it. As oscillator C, noise is here, so everything is kind of lined together. We got 2 filters, which is pretty amazing. So now you can like filter out everything you want. Then you got some like new LFO things, so you can kind of like free draw LFOs how you want. So you can kind of like decide like where to put LFOs, and you can like create your own shapes with them, which is just like, this is just crazy, right? And yeah, then we have a mix section. So in a mix section, each of a sound, I was experimenting with this, right? Each of a sound, so every wavetable has its own mix, which is, for me, is amazing, because now you have like a full on DAW in one plugin. Amazing, right? And then you have effects, and there's some new effects, new things that are amazing. For me, is this bode new effect, which is just, and I think this is like a frequency shifter. So the bode is frequency shifter, but for me it is just, for me, this is just like one of the best things that happened to the Serum. And there is also like a splitter, so you can have like a low and high splitter. Then you can have like mid and side splitter, low, mids and high splitter. So you can like kind of split like every mix and every effect on a different range of a spectrum you want to use, right? So this is the bypass button, and I don't know where to get rid of that. I think, yeah, this on X. So this is the Serum 2. This is the whole idea and whole thing that we have, and we have updated. For of course, I'm not the guy to show you like and go into the details. I'm the guy who is creating the ideas, you know, for you guys. So today we are going to break down the Tearout that you heard, but I just wanted to go like briefly to the Serum, so you can kind of first understand what we're going to do and how we're going to go through, because I use this spectral here in this sound. So this is just like demonstration example of what is it, and this is the main idea. And the main idea is just absolutely crazy. So I needed to go -6. Maybe I can go even more because it's super loud. So when I will play the drop, you can hear very distorted sounds in a certain pattern, and those distorted sounds are created from the Serum too. So let's first take a look on this sub bass and how it is created, how it was created. So this sub bass is basically just a sine wave and a Serum. And I have like a spectral sound here, so it's just a wavetable, classic original synth with the noise and a lot of distortion. So this is just like the original sub bass. I was going on here with this sound, but I don't want to like destroy my original bass. So this is kind of like the thing that I wanted to go with, is that adding a sample to your bass, so you can create kind of like a different sounds. This is what's new. You can like drop the samples and actually stretch them. So this is how it sounds with and without. So you can like play with it. Like there's some like artifact in the bass, just a little bit, but it just doesn't work too good with the sub bass. So this is just completely easy original sub bass, and the main star of the show here is this Serum preset. So here you can see the spectral oscillator B and oscillator A with the multisample. So I'm not using actually any wavetable here, any sine waves, nothing. I'm using a multisample and a spectral snare, and it sounds like, yeah, it's just really distorted. And the multisample, when you will go here into the wavetables, multisamples, you can like choose the multisample, and then in the factory package I found the strings and violas, right? So I can use these violas, and with all the effects, you kind of understand it's just really like it's just a violin hit with 16 unisons and automated on LFO2. On an oscillator B, what I did is that I added a snare. So I just found the snare in my library like this. I'm gonna just it's not going to be the exact same snare because I found the snare or splice, but what you can do is that you can grab a spectral and then you can put the snare here, right? I have like an automation here, but let's remove this. And what you can do with this sample is that you can kind of choose different modes for this snare. So for example, subharm, and you can have like more of that. So you can kind of like distort it also, or add another spectral, for example, mirror. So it's gonna like mirror the sample. You can choose a scan if it's going from left to right or right to left. And this is how I basically just dropped the snare, and with these settings, with this gate and pitch shift, I kind of set it here on this level, and so it's kind of like fading. The sample is kind of like fading. It's kind of like the LFO is kind of playing only the 80% of the snare. So that's what is creating this digital effect. And together with the distortion, it's just got like more distorted with the violin. It's just creating that first whoosh effect, you know, on the tip of the sound, and the oscillator E is kind of And the oscillator E is kind of like the violin or original sample. And then with the boat, the boat is kind of creating that tail, you know, that metallic tail behind all of the sample. So yeah, there is like a lot of like playings what you can do. I can let's just like switch between the warp and the scan and everything. I can create all the different sounds if I want. That's what I did here in the second preset of the Serum 2, is that I kind of just switch the multisample and just play a little bit with the snare, and I achieve different sound, for example. So this is a bit different than this. It's more like metallic, right? And together with that bass, everything is super loud and super distorted. Right, so I just created like some patterns here for the you know, for the midis, so you can kind of like copy the style. What I like is that I'm having like a lower notes, and then I have like a higher notes, right? And then the same thing is going on here. So I just start with this basic sounds, and then what is another sound in a Serum 2 that I created is this Reese bass. I actually like the second more because it's rotating in the right direction. And for those who knows how the Reese bass works, it's basically just now it's 3 wavetables. I'm kind of used to 2 wavetables, but now it's 3 wavetables. And really, what is the rotating effect creating is just like when you open the wavetables, you just want the default shapes. You can see that it's just a default shape. You want a little bit of the distortion on all these 3 shapes. And then what you want to do is that you want to, 2 of them, you want to set them on the same octave. So yeah, every oscillator here is on -1, and then what I want to do is with this tuning, with the fine, you want to go -33 and +33, and what you will achieve, I actually like go a little bit with here with the chorus pitch on 36. So what you will achieve is that these sounds will try to like phase between together. They start to phase between together. So you kind of create this Reese bass effect only with these fine tunings. So you can try it by yourself in a Serum. I can actually like show you to kind of understand the basics of a Reese basses, because you understand it's super easy. So you want to go -1, for example, right? No, this is not it. This is my Serum. You want to go -1. Why are we not playing? I think there's like a bug or something. No. Yeah, we are solo. So this is a Serum, right? This is the Serum, this is the oscillator A, oscillator B, and now where we want to go is to go -33 and +33, and straight away you got the Reese bass. And now from what you want to do is you try to experiment. So you can add like a 3rd oscillator. And what I did in the previous is that I add 4 unisons. And I kind of detuned the 4th oscillator on the Reese bass here. Right, so it's detuned. There is some fine tunings. I added the filters. Filter 1 is on the C, right? So on this one. I'm kind of sacrificing the low end for the more kind of a middle Reese bass frequencies, and in the filter 2 is for sub bass and boosting the sub bass. On everything I put the distortion, and in the processing I went with the erosion on white noise with the OTT. So the OTT is kind of is kind of putting the sound into the middle and more sharper. Then a lot of saturator with the 11 decibels drive and EQ. So when I'm doing like a dubstep, I'm usually not too careful with. I'm usually not too careful with the volume and with how much I kind of go to the reds. So I usually, what I do is that I put like an ozone on a master, and I kind of limit everything here in this limiter or maximizer. So, but this is like a limiter, right? So yeah, I just go really loud, also with the Serum and with the Reese basses. So now I had my four sounds created, and now everything around that is just kicks and other samples and effects that are kind of gluing the track together. But before we will get to that, I want to inform you that I just released Masterclass 2025, my biggest project so far, that includes my mindsets, that includes my know-how, production, marketing, teachings, and everything that I learned in my 10 years of music production for producers to scale their business or get better producers in the music, or for starting producers who want to start their own SoundCloud or grow their SoundCloud or social media. This masterclass is for you. It's guaranteed that it works. It's already selling, so be fast, be quick, because with every sale the price is going up. Every 5 sales the price is going up. So if you're interested in this kind of breakdowns and more mindsets from me, Masterclass 2025 is for you. For those who want one-on-one feedback and on their tracks, then go to the Patreon. We have a really wholesome community there, helping each other to make the music and sound better. So yeah, so let's get to the drums and let's get to the effects and what is kind of gluing the track together. So when you will have in your Tearout kind of a dubstep tracks, the layer, the bass together. As I like to say, when you cook in a kitchen, you also have the meat. So the meat is the bases and the sounds and the why you buying the burger or why you're doing the burger is the meat. And then you need like crispy bun, and you need like salad, and you need like some sweet. You need like some sweet and good sauce, right? So my bun here is the kick and the snare and the hi-hats and the cymbals, and they are just extremely simple. That's what I like about the Tearout and about the dubstep and about this music genre, is that it just works. It just works, like super simple. And to give it a more punch, what I did is that I just put a little EQ here on the kick, right? Just a little EQ on the kick, and then a little EQ on the snare for boosting those high frequencies, and redux, right? So the redux is kind of destroying the snare, right? It just goes better through the snare. It just go better through the whole song, like, and through the overall sound. Of course, when you want your tracks to have a rhythm and bounce, what you need to add is an LFO tool or sidechain. So without the sidechain, I hear the sound that I also added here in the Serum, but without the sidechain. Like, it's not horrible, but with the sidechain, like, the drums are just better. The drums are just going better through the song, like, honestly. So do the sidechain with the LFO tool or with the shaper box or with the kickstart. I don't know what you're using. If you don't have the LFO tool or sidechain, you can go do it through compressor. Go search on a YouTube how to do it, because it's super easy. So there's like another sound in the Serum that I did, and I actually just took a sample. Yeah, I just took a sample here, which sounds like this. And what I did is just I put gate, and I kind of I just kind of minimize the sample, right? And I put it under everything. So it's just like a little detail and little effect in the back of the headphones. And yeah, then some effects. So for example, extremely loud, plus 15 decibels, laser. So it's kind of giving you the rhythm between the sections. So there is a lot of like room in a Tearout dubstep to add, right? And then of course a check sample. Right, and then some violins, which are not really heard in the overall concept. I'm pretty positive that they are just too quiet. Maybe a little bit, maybe just a little bit, just to give it a touch of a key that I'm writing on this idea. And yeah, and then what you want to do is that you want to structure your Tearout or your dubstep or every song in this kind of a manner. So you have the first part, then you have like a from A to B part. So you want to add like a Reese bass or something, and then you want to go back to that part. Then you want to do something like I did here. Try kind of auto filtered and filtered the whole mix, so it sounds like it's from radio, right? So you kind of add a little bit of that tension in your track, and then you copy then I kind of copy the same exact same idea here, but with the one change, and the change is that I use the clap and kick. So now it's a rhythm tempo, and it's just the hits different. For the intro, I used some presets from a splice, put a reverb there on, riser, and I just created a super easy and fast riser in the Serum 2. I just created, you see this Reese bass, right? I just created a Reese bass, put an auto filter on, and then just filter it out with the pitch modulation here on this knob. So I just created like really fast and effective riser in the Serum, with a little bit of that pre-drop and some tom hits, some tonals you want to add to the rhythm. For the build up, the build up is really just like to achieve the impact for the original idea that I did here. But yeah, in the Serum is kind of like the main point of this video. With the Serum, what you can do is that try to play with this new Serum, like try to use the multi-samples, the spectrals. I was just really playing only with these two things, like bone and distortion, and trying to achieve this kind of a horny, really like horny, trying to achieve like this sounds that will go really like heavy with the basses, and that going to distort between. So yeah, this is the idea, and I hope that it helped you to understand more the Serum 2 and how to create like this really heavy Tearout dubstep idea or song. In the banner, you can notice that I wrote it's the best drum and bass channel for producers on the internet. What I'm trying to emphasize with the Tearout here today is that this same scheme and this same mindset can be also used for a drum and bass. So what you can do is that you can just switch the tempo, right? You just grab the original source just grab the original source, for example here, and then you grab the kick, and then you grab the snare, you put it into the drum bass tempo, right? And then what you want to do is to grab a cymbal and you put it like this. And what I want to do is that I'm wanting to grab this sidechain, right? Bang, 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 and you got it. And you got it. Right, like you can straight away hear that we got a drum bass drop here. Like, of course, it needs a lot of more improving, different samples, different drums, but you get my point. Like try like different styles, try different mindsets, and I promise you that when you combine then these styles into one style, for example drum bass, your main style, you will sound different, and you will sound different than every other artist that is producing music here on the internet. So this is just like a quick side note and a quick side tip. So yeah, if you watch this long, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell so you get every teaching and learning from me almost daily, right? I'm trying to upload daily. For those who are interested in more mindsets and improve their producing skill and skyrocket their career as an artist and person, you know, as an artist, you know, like really like get the best knowledge on the internet here with the music production and mindsets. Masterclass is the first link into the description. Who wants to get feedback on their tracks? Second link, Patreon, amazing community. Thank you so much. See you in the next one. Peace, and let me know what you think about the Serum 2 and if you tried it.